I never really paid too much attention to what my tax refund would be, just sort of got what I got. But now with Monarch, I'm able to see what that refund will be. And now I know I can allocate that towards the renovation I've been talking about. Monarch helps you see where your money's going and where your tax refund will have the biggest impact, because you want to make progress with your money, not just look back and wonder where it all went. Monarch is the all-in-one personal finance tool designed to make your life easier. It brings your entire financial life, budgeting, accounts, investments, net worth, future planning, together in one dashboard on your phone or laptop. Feel aware and in control of your finances this tax season and get 50% off your Monarch subscription with code DECORATING. Unlike most personal finance apps, Monarch is built to make you proactive, not just reactive. Achieve your financial goals for good with Monarch, the all-in-one tool that makes money management simple. Use code DECORATING at monarch.com for half off your first year. That's 50% off at monarch.com with the code DECORATING. Hey everybody, it's Kelly Wilkness and Anita Joyce, and this is Decorating Tips and Tricks. Today we have another Decorating Tips and Tricks Plus where you get more of us. So today we're discussing patina and why we love it and how it can help you in your home.
Yes, I love a good patina, don't you?
Absolutely do. Should you tell the people that are listening from Jupiter and Mars what patina is?
Well, it's a subtle, beautiful change that develops on the surface over time.
Yes. What I like to think about it is a little bit romantic. It's the visible traces of touch and use over time. And I think that is going to resonate with you or not. And it's okay if it doesn't resonate with you, but it really resonates with me and it really resonates with Anita.
Oh, yes.
And I'm sure so many of our listeners. But it's just great to understand what it is and how it can help you in your decorating. So we thought it'd be fun to chat about it because, you know, it's a topic that we love and it calls to mind objects and things that we have in our home that really mean a lot to us. I love the idea of holding something that I know someone else held.
Oh, me too.
Many years ago. And I think about who was that? Where were they? You know, what were they serving on that? Because oftentimes, and I'm sure for Anita, oftentimes it involves something that might go on the table or something you, perhaps, but all sorts of things from frames that have been chipped away and maybe the gilding has come off over time. So what art was in there? Where was that hanging? Why was it important to that person? I love to think about that. I think it adds just such a layer of history, of course, but also just a layer of I don't want to say sentimentality because it really isn't sentimental in the sense of, you know, someone that you knew or loved, but I think it adds value to the piece because it has endured and it has carried on and it has its own personal history.
Well, have you heard of somebody having an antique and they clean it up and take off all the signs of wear and then the antique is no longer worth any money?
Yes, I have heard that, and I've had that happen to me.
No.
My mom cleaned up my Shakespeare bust, and he had some more. It wasn't, you know, dents or cracks or anything. It was just some more visible wear in the cement, in the stone, and then it was gone.
Did you know she was cleaning it for you?
No.
Oh.
I love a living finish, and I've had him for quite some time, but certainly not as long as he probably developed that no longer existing visible finish. But visible finishes, living finishes, will promote this patina. So if you've got a metal or you've got a stone that is going to honestly patina over time. It will happen with use and the elements. So that's kind of what had happened to him.
Well, I think of the term shabby chic. I mean, that refers to patina. So that's something that might be elegant or something of value that over time has signs of age. Rachel Ashwell made this into a whole empire, this whole idea of shabby chic, where it's an elegant something or an older something, but it's even better because it's gotten kind of shabby over time. I mean, we think about the English aristocracy. They couldn't really afford to be buying new things all the time, and there was no reason to. Why? Because you already have the real authentic old thing, and things would just kind of wear and get a little frayed. But you kept them, and, that was kind of, I think also about, some movie I saw where the guy's trying to fit in with aristocracy, but he has the brand new shiny boots, and someone helps him scuff them up so he looks like he fits in with everyone else, like he didn't just buy them yesterday. So there's something to be said for that.
Yes. And when you mentioned the shabby chic, when she first came on the scene and things were a little, what were they saying? Chippy, crusty, et cetera, et cetera.
Rusty, crusty, chippy.
Yes. Something like that. Her original look was very authentic, and she started out, I think, after a divorce or something like that, and needed to come up with a new career or money or something. She started selling at the Santa Monica flea market stuff that she found, and she was doing also kind of the whitewashing of a lot of pieces of furniture. She brought that really forward and made that such a hot trend for a long time. But, like many things that are authentic originally and then become a really popular trend, it starts to trickle down, and then you see items that are new that someone's trying to add a patina to, like when people were hitting pieces of furniture with chains and making divots and things and rubbing off paint or doing certain painting techniques to make it look older. That's not really what we're talking about today. We're talking about the real deal. So something that has lived through time, has gone through different hands and different homes. The patience that is inherent in an item like that, inherent in the finish of an item like that, you can't really instantly create. And that's what I love about the patina of an actual antique, of an actual old piece of something. And when we say antique, it doesn't have to be something expensive. It could be some weird little thing that just happened to exist in the elements and through various hands throughout the years that has just developed this finish that you can't create.
It is becoming popular again. I think it was very hot. Everything with patina, maybe about 15 years ago, super hot around 2010. But lately it's kind of moved away from that more to new things. And now it's shifting back to the old things. It's just, it's just the ebb and flow. It's the pendulum. It goes one way and then back the other way.
I've stuck on the one side. I'm stuck on the old side. I don't swing there with that. But there's something about old things that also give this more relaxed feel to your decorating. So when we're talking about it, and sometimes people get put off with the word antique, don't let yourself get put off with that. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be, a very expensive antique or have some sort of pedigree. It could just be something that's older. I think for myself is that new things bring more anxiety or stress because you're concerned about the spill or the stain. You're concerned about, I spent a lot of money on that and now look what's happening to it. Like with my marble, I knew I wanted it. I did a lot of research. I knew it was sort of a risk, but I knew that I was going to love the patina when it got there. And it took a couple of years. The first stain, I was reeling with that. I saw my husband pouring orange juice, and I was like, that's gonna spill. There's gonna be a little drip that pops out of that glass. And sure enough, there it went. And then I was like running over there, wiping it off. but it kind of went through its junior high phase where it kind of just looked bad and, kind of like its acne phase. And then it just kind of filled in, those freckles of etching sort of all just filled in. And now I just absolutely love it. And I don't worry about if somebody puts something down, a lemon or something that's going to etch it. It's okay. It's adding to the patina of it. So I think it's an easy way. If this delights you like it delights us, it's an easy way to live in your home because something's already got a little ding and you love it more because of that. This episode is brought to you by Pocket Hose, the world's #1 expandable hose. You all know I'm an avid gardener, and the garden hose is an essential tool. Once I tried the Pocket Hose copper head, I am never going back to a regular hose. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's pocket pivot swivels 360 degrees for a full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home and garden. Plus, your super light and ultra durable Pocket Hose Copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. The Pocket Hose is a total game changer in my yard. For a limited time, our listeners can get a free pocket pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size Copperhead hose. Just text DTT to 64,000. This is a text promotion, not a website. So it's DTT to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. DTT to 64,000. Message and data rates may apply. See terms for details. Why did buying glasses always feel so complicated and overpriced? Not anymore now that we have Warby Parker. Warby Parker is a game changer in the eyewear industry. Nothing comes close to their quality, price, selection, and customer service. Their virtual try-on is a total game changer. You can literally try on glasses from your phone before you buy. I recently went into one of their 300 retail stores. What a nice experience. So many glasses to try on. I ended up purchasing a pair of the Esme tortoiseshell sunglasses. They feel great on, and I've been told they look pretty good too. Warby Parker gives you quality and better looking prescription eyewear at a fraction of the going price. And our listeners get 15% off plus free shipping when they buy 2 or more pairs of prescription glasses at warbyparker.com/DTT. That's 15% off when you buy 2 or more pairs of prescription glasses at Warby Parker. That's WARBY Parker.com/DTT. And after you purchase, they're going to ask you where you heard about them. So please tell them that we here at Decorating Tips and Tricks sent you.
I think, too, about what you said. I think about what is the history of this item? Who held it? Who touched it? If it's a painting, who sat for this painting? Who used this flatware? I just love old things. I love the history. But, I'm a history buff, so it makes sense that I would love old things. And so I really love the really old things versus just maybe vintage things. But even vintage things are going to have a patina to them. So I do think it adds something. And, it's one thing to have, like you said, just be full out, all antique. I have a friend who's got a very charming house, but she told me, I can't put anything new in here. She saw a lucite tray, and I said, well, why don't you get it? She said, well, it's not going to work in my house. So everything in her house is rustic, antique, vintage, kind of an old worn vibe. But you don't have to go that far that direction.
No.
You can have a home that doesn't have a lot of old stuff in it and just mix in a few things, and it is still going to up your design look. And I've always felt like vintage things add a grounding to a room, a gravitas. It just adds some weight to it. If everything is brand new, it just feels off to me. I feel like you do want some things with some history. And if you don't have family things to use in the room, then think about buying them. Buy somebody else's history.
Exactly.
Well,
Right. No, it's so true. I mean, something doesn't have to be handed down through your family line. I mean, there's plenty of people that don't want those things, and they are dropping them off at thrift stores. So go in and grab them and make it your own. I mean, sure, you don't have to make a story about your great 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 grandmother using this, but somebody's did, and it's absolutely charming. I 100% agree with you. I wouldn't want a home that had all antiques or all things with patina. It doesn't give you that tension, that good tension that you need in your decorating. You need that lucite tray up against the patinaed coffee table, or you need something to set it off, because if everything is super old and has a patina, it's hard to take that all in. So I think having select items like that is a great way to go. Have the patina, but avoid dipping into that pastiche kind of look, which is the invitation look, is starting with living materials. So if you want to create patina in your own lifetime and you have some patience, and you don't need that much patience with certain of these living materials like an unlacquered brass. It doesn't take very long. Trust
True.
me, I know, for that to create its beautiful own patina. Do you need to love that look? I think you need to think about it long and hard before you change all your faucets to unlacquered brass, but it is an option. It works in my house with the age of my house, 1886. That's what would have been in here. And while my house is not a Victorian museum, I've got a lot of modern pieces. I've definitely got some lacquered and lucite trays, etc., around the house, but I do have living materials throughout, including the unlacquered brass faucets everywhere. Also picking quality materials. They will develop a patina over time. And following the slow decorating method, that allows you to find things that have beautiful patina, because those things don't just show up on a shelf at Home Goods, right? You have to look for those things, and it allows you to add things over time, and allows you to have the time to allow the things that you do own, that you have brought into your home, to develop their own patina, and they age along with us.
Well, and I think around, like I said, what was that, around 2000, 2010, people were faux finishing their furniture to make it look really old. And I did a lot of that, where you're kind of doing the, you paint it on with the milk paint or the chalk paint, and then you do the wax on top. And I'm just was looking around my house recently thinking, how much of those pieces do I still have? And I think I sold all of those. So all my pieces that look like that, I think with one exception, it's all actual antiques in my house. So the stuff that I faux finished is mostly gone. So hopefully someone else is enjoying it, but I didn't end up keeping it.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely was doing that when we were blogging. That was just the time where all that was happening, and I was trying it, and it was good for a season or two, but having it not be the real deal, it didn't really stand the test of time. So the patina does stand the test of time. Those items that have developed their own patina do last, and you will enjoy them for years and years to come. So I say, let's lean into the waiting, have some patience, and find something out there that's already well along the line of developing or having its own patina, or make choices that will develop their own patina while they're in your home.
Well, and I have a list of a few things that
great,
would have a wonderful patina. So a reclaimed wood table, rusty metal iron bed, vintage brass lamp, unlacquered brass, as you mentioned, old linens like linen napkins or antique linen sheets, old dishware with crazing, tarnished silver, could be a champagne bucket, silverware, a flatware, any of that, old worn books, leather chairs darkened with age, old tables with the paint partially worn in places, antique oil paintings, vintage pottery, French laundry baskets, antique glass bottles, antique mirrors with some of the silvering damaged, grain sacks, and you can use those for upholstery or pillows, Oriental rugs. I have an Oriental rug that has kind of the corner that's been a little moth-eaten, but I bought it that way and I still love it. And you can mix old and new for contrast, as we mentioned. But these are just some examples of patina things that you can buy for your home.
Oh, you're speaking my love language. That was such a nice list. I enjoyed everything. Ah, beautiful.
Well, I think we've covered it, Kelly.
We did. Now I feel like I want to go buy something old.
Oh, I know. This is so fun. So thank you so much for hanging out with us. And remember, we're here to inspire you to create a beautiful home. Until next time.
Fabulous. Fun. Wow. Even better than I had hoped or expected. These are just a few of the words used to describe a DTT design consult. We've been doing consults for many years, and boy, are we good at it. And people are loving the results of the advice and suggestions that we make for them. It's so easy to schedule a consult with us. Just simply go to our website, decoratingtipsandtricks.com, and click consult. There you'll be led through the very simple process. And sooner than later, you, I, and Anita will be discussing your home in detail. So sign up for a consult today. Let us help you design and decorate the home that you want and deserve. Looking forward to talking to you soon.